Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all well. This time we are over to Hackney Church Brew Co, and it's a beer that was sent to me from PJT, Paul John Tame, Michelle from Rate My Beer. They sent me 2 beers over, so a massive thank you to them. The other beer I've already reviewed, which was the Agadoo 2, Agadoo 2, which was Weizenbock. And this time, the other beer that he sent me was also a Hefeweizen, or a wheat beer, if you like. So, like I say, from Hackney Church Brew Co. This is my second beer from them, and this is their can of St Clements wheat beer. Beautiful artwork, it's got to be said. I do like the artwork on that. Let's give it a swirl. It's won quite a few awards there as well. World Beer Awards, England winner. There's a bronze, there's a gold, and there's something else, but my eyesight is terrible, so if you're watching on a big TV, you might be able to see that better than me. So a wheat beer coming in at 5% ABV in a 440ml can. Now, I've been on their website to see, I actually went on there to see if it's actually a wheat beer or a Hefeweizen, just for the glass, if you like. I noticed they haven't got any single cans of these. They're only selling it in 6-packs. Whether that's probably just at the moment, but 22 quid, so less than £4 a can. Now, for me, I think that's quite good value. What are we saying, 2 quid? Yeah, it's probably coming in at about £3.70 a can, so I think that's pretty decent value. So yeah, hopefully it's decent. So I'm going to stop talking. Like I say, a big thank you to Paul John Tame and Michelle from Rate My Beer. Go and give them a sub if you haven't, but let's face it, every man and his dog is sub to them. Let's get it cracked open, nice and chilled. I don't have a Hackney glass, so it's going in the old Kozel glass or Kozel. Perfect shape for a Hefeweizen. So let's get it cracked open and see what we get. Anytime soon, I'm going to be doing a spicy challenge as well. After this, that'll be my tea, a spicy challenge. Right, let's get this poured and see what we get. It's looking the part at the moment. Do I need to be more vigorous, really, to try and get this big head on it that, you know, we should all be expecting from a Hefeweizen? Well, I could do. Look at that. I've got a decent sized head on that. That looks absolutely lovely. I would say initially looks more like a wit beer, if you like. Yeah, look at that. That is a great looking beer. I'm getting dribbles down my hand. And no, not in that way. So, beer in a glass, Hefeweizen, that says. Yeah, I mean, it looks darker on camera than what I'm seeing my side. It's a very sort of light, I would say, Hefeweizen, rather than maybe sort of like what I'm used to seeing. But yeah, there we go. Looks decent. Hazy, slightly sort of the darkish colour, but sort of orange lemon tones in there. It's busy on the carbonation. I can see this creating lots of bubbles, this glass, and we've got about a nice finger and a half ahead, if you like. Nice and compact and looks really fluffy, but it looks like a great beer. So I am going to stop talking, going to swirl it around, have a sniffers and see what we get. Oh. Fair dues, fair dues, that smells. And I had the same thing with the Agadoo 2. Smell absolutely spot on, and aroma wise it's bang up there with any German stuff. Wheaty. For me, it's got more of, well, I don't know, it's kind of in between. The banana is there. It's, maybe I'm wrong, I'm getting a little Franziskaner kind of feel to it. But wheaty, banana, clove, that spicy note. It smells fantastic, to be honest. I can't knock it. So let's dive in, have a taste of Hackney Church Brew Co. and their St Clements wheat beer coming in at 5% ABV. Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Paul. Cheers, Michelle. Yeah, Yeah, you can't knock that. It's quality beer. Quality beer. If I had anything to say, maybe feels a tad light, but I'd be picking hairs there, to be honest. Yeah, and it's got lovely sort of that wheat beer sort of little bit of bitterness on the background. There's some Clements thing, I'm guessing, with oranges and lemons on there. That's why I was thinking, is it really a wheat beer Hefeweizen, or is it more sort of wit beer, if you like, Belgian wit beer? But that could be just because of where they are or something. I don't know. I don't know all that lot, the old rhyme thing, innit? Anyway, let's stop. Let's go in again and start giving you some more things. I'll go back on what I said about it being light. The beer isn't light. There is a good body to it, but it drinks light. Let's put it that way. As you're putting it in your mouth, you sort of feel that weight. As you swallow it, it does go down very easy. So it's a very drinkable beer, and drinks lighter than what it actually is. Nice carbonation in the background. Little bubbles, sprightly. There's no, it's not ruining any mouthfeel. The beer is very smooth and goes down very well. It's nice and soft. It's got to be said, this is a good example, I think. And for me, now, I'm saying that sort of bitterness that you get with the Hefeweizen or wheat beer, it's lemon. I'm going to say that is lemon. It's that lemon sort of bitterness, that lemon sort of bite, orange bite to it as well. On the taste, wheaty. I always pick up that wheatiness from a wheat beer. And running alongside that, for me, you get that banana note, that clove note. I would say the clove thing's coming in a little bit later. You're sort of getting that them banana sort of flavours and notes. And then that sort of spiciness just behind that. And then for me, on the back end is where that sort of orange and lemon feel comes in, if you like. I mean, I'm assuming it's got orange and lemon in. I'm definitely, you know, am I being fooled by the can? But for me, there's definitely sort of like that almost orange rind, lemon rind sort of bitterness on the back end. I'm finding. I'm hoping that I'm not being drawn by the can, but I definitely started to pick up that sort of like lemon thing going on. And you could certainly say there's sort of like oranges in there as well. Got a little bit of zinginess to it with that. That's where that zestiness is. It's a great beer. I mean, I think I've pretty much got everything out of what I'm pulling out of it. So there's only so many ways you can go around what you've already said. Ultimately, it's a decent Weizen. Yeah, I think the body is good. It drinks light. If you're drinking cans, I'm guessing as you go down, the more you go down, it's going to just sort of die off a little bit, isn't it? I bet on tap, this is absolutely banging from the brewery. But yeah, that's a decent drop. Hefeweizen, the banana-y side, if you like, maybe the clove sort of thing. If I'm going to add anything to it, I would say you get that sort of coriander feel as well. For me, it sort of edges more, personally, to a wit beer. If I'm honest, it's definitely sort of edging more to the Belgian side. Either way, it's a cracking drop. It's really decent. I think if you're buying 6 cans, 22 quid, roughly about £3.70, £3.66 would it be? I think that's... I mean, you struggle to get a decent quality beer, certainly craft, from the supermarkets now for £3.66, don't you? Let's be honest. And I can't imagine you're going to pick anything of this sort of standard up in the supermarket. Definitely sort of like a craft beer, wheat beer, unless you're buying a Belgian sort of one. But yeah, that's a decent drop. So Hackney Church Brew Co. and their St Clements wheat beer I would say more too, is a decent drop. Well worth picking up, well worth giving it a go. Like I say, 6 cans, 22 quid, decent price, and the rest of their prices seem quite reasonable as well. And I think you get free delivery on orders over 30 quid, which I think that is very fair indeed. So yeah, pop onto their website, take a look. If you've had this beer before, let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you again soon on another beer review. Cheers.